All right, so we're live, and I'm just waiting for my guests to pop in. What I should do probably is put the link in the original video. So, Russ, I sent you that one. All right, so let's do this. Okay, we got one viewer. Hey, how you doing? I'm just waiting for the other parties to come in. I've sent links. I think. Did I send Russ one yet? I don't think so. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else is around for this, but if anyone would like to jump in, let me know in the chat. I just got to pull it up here on my my little thingy here. So, right, so I got to go back here. All right. Oh, hang on, what's going on? There we go. Okay. Okay. Throw that down there. Sorry, Shane. By the way, I wasn't really paying much attention to the chat earlier, so otherwise I would have been all over the questions, which are some good ones. And of course, you're challenging what he was saying, and a lot of that stuff, I think a lot of people were misled by that Zeitgeist movie. Hey, Russ, how you doing, man? We're just waiting for Nick to come along. He's a little bit on the slow side because he's got antiquated technology. So,
Can you hear me all right?
oh yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, awesome! Because I have you hooked up to my truck, and
Oh,
it's and so that's why I had to make sure to see if you can hear me all right because this microphone's over here by the here. Since no one's in here, I'll turn on the camera and show you what I'm talking about.
sure.
Ugh. So it's right there. That is that is the
Oh, look at
microphone.
that. Cool. That's all right.
Yeah. So I had to make sure that you can hear me all right because I don't want to be un. I don't want y'all to be not hearing me perfectly. So I had to make sure.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Just waiting for Nick. He's a little slow on the draw here. I'm going to see if he
There's
got.
no echo or anything, is there?
Or did it? No, there's no echo.
Awesome. I again, I this is just all making sure because I don't want because I forgot that my phone was Bluetoothed in, so I was like, oh no, this is gonna be terrible because there's gonna be such a bad echo or something. But I'm glad that there's not.
No, there isn't. Not that I noticed, anyways.
Yeah, both me and Shane had noticed that whoever this is that was on just now was wrong about a lot of things.
Yeah, I think what's gone on is there's some conflation between what he's read and that fucking movie because that movie fucks a lot of people up.
Yeah, it definitely fucked me up because I thought every claim in there was true, even though
Me
now I
too at
know better.
first. Me too at first. So don't worry, you're not the only one, man. I think all of us were
Yeah,
kind of like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Fuck, I wonder if that's true. Right? But
Yeah, especially whenever you're coming from the Christian mindset where you latch on to the very next thing you hear as being fact.
because it's so different from what you've been told, so it
Yeah,
must be. Right? Yeah.
is got to be true, and the fact that Christians, whenever whenever, especially Christians, I can't speak for any other sect, but for Christians, it's especially true because they're already been told by their pastors and their preachers that this is the facts, this is the God honest truth, and then you come to find out that it's not.
Oh, there he is. He's in.
Hmm.
What the hell, Nick? I thought you were switching your accounts.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear. We can hear you. Just turn
Hello?
down the volume on your on whatever that is you're listening to it through. Just turn the volume down a bit there.
Uh, okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. All right, so Nick, my friend Russ, or
Can you hear
frustrated
me?
atheist, has joined us. Yes, we can.
Picture, I try.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. All right, so
What
you can
kind of device are you
Okay. Well, I don't know everything, so he might be right. So, yeah, okay. All
no,
right.
but what are you using? You're using the computer again?
What?
What device are you using to do the
I'm
Hangouts?
sorry.
I said, what device are you using to do your Hangouts?
What did he say? What did he say?
He said, "What device are you using?"
Yeah, but I took it off. I
I think
top.
there's a. I
I'm
think
on
you're.
the
There's something
laptop
definitely wrong on.
again.
Oh, you're on the laptop. Okay.
Ask him to try to use his phone since he can't hear me.
Oh, well, he says
Yeah,
that
I'm on the
if
laptop.
yeah, if you use your phone, we can't really hear you, can we? Yeah, I think there's a delay here too.
Uh,
Well, I'm
I'm not sure why there would be, but
I don't know. It's
I was
definitely odd because
on
he.
it before though.
yeah, no. Earlier when we were talking earlier, you and
I can
me.
hear him. I could hear him.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you can hear me now. Awesome.
See,
I can't access you on my phone for some reason. I,
huh? Weird.
I'll
Anyway,
try
Uh,
again. Okay.
you stay on the computer and then try logging in on your phone at the same time.
I
yeah, that sometimes that might actually help. Also, if he goes into the settings of his,
yeah. Well, I'm doing the same thing I did before.
I think there's a delay.
yeah, there's a major delay. But if he can get onto his Hangouts from his phone, go into the settings, there is a way to be able to actually make it to where he can
Yeah, I can
access.
hear you. Yeah,
Okay,
I could hear him.
right. We got you. But are you hearing us immediately, or is there a delay, which you won't
Uh,
hear?
hey, I mean Neil, can you hear me, Neil?
Yeah.
Can you
And
hear me?
yeah, yeah, we can hear you, but you seem to be delayed again, like last time. We had this
I
problem when we
am.
first.
It's just.
Well, when your computer laptop says "made in Bedrock" on the back of it, is probably your answer
It's
right there.
it's the same thing as it was. Let me. Okay,
Try and log off and log back in.
I'm trying.
Oh, isn't this fun?
This is a blast.
I popped in on you last night, Russ, when you were in Non Sequitur.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
think
was
I
watching
saw
that for a
you
little
there.
bit. I never realized that you had been on their show.
Well, I haven't been on the non-sex show, but what I was on last night was
Oh, was that just
Steve McRae's
what's his name?
channel.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. I kept thinking non-sec because Kyle was in there too, and he was using the non sequitur logo.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
yeah, it definitely looked like, but it was definitely the Steve McRae's channel. I was in there because they were talking about something, and I was like, this dude's an idiot, and because he was what it start whenever apparently I guess what it started off as was somebody had they were talking about the whole entire cult of Dusty doing their doing his
Oh yes,
fucking
the
shit with
fuck! I read
saying
that
that the
shit
non
on.
sequitur show.
Yeah, I read some of that shit on Twitter. To him going back and forth with Shu and stuff.
Yep.
It's like holy
And
shit, you guys.
yeah, he was not only going back and forth with KC, but he was also going back and forth with I'm guessing Kyle because he was first KC said to him flat out that it was her who kept him from speaking at MythCon, and
Mhm.
then because she does do ideology with with Kyle on the non sequitur show, and she is on a lot of their shows whenever she's kind of being moderator or whenever that's something that she really wants to discuss with somebody else.
Mhm.
Um, he equate that to her being behind the non sequitur show, and that was just patently false. And so he was saying that the non sequitur show was saying how they were behind me not speaking at MythCon, and uh,
He was
Casey
blaming
was like,
them.
"Yeah." And Casey said, "No, it was me, not them."
What?
And then Kyle comes on and says, "Dude, we've only been a thing since the end of January."
Yeah, like they. Yeah,
And
exactly. Not even 6 months already. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess 6 months now.
yeah, and so he's like, "Well, you know, the person behind it said that they were doing it, so it's the same." He's like, she's like, "No, I'm not." And Steve says, or Kyle says, "No, she's not behind it. I am. I am behind the non sequitur show." And so he just kept getting shown to be patently false, including the fact that he was not familiar with the non sequitur show. He has this whole entire ego thing about him, and it is incredibly, horribly, just wrong.
Oh, who, Dusty?
Hmm.
And if you watch his videos from like the beginning, or the ones that are as close to the beginning, because I don't think he even has his first bunch up there anymore. But if you watch from then to now, you can see that literally happening.
Yeah,
As the more
his ego
popularity he
getting bigger and bigger.
gets, yeah, it's like his head looks like a balloon. It just keeps inflating like Mr. Mackey on fucking South Park, right? Just gets bigger and bigger.
Hmm.
And it's too bad because I
Yeah.
really enjoyed his shit way back in the day. And then when I noticed the whole fucking "I'm holier than thou" bullshit that he started,
Hmm.
not really saying, but you could feel it emanating out of him. And it's like, dude,
Well,
fucking chill
it's kind of
out.
like, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like what happened with oh,
There, he's back.
Neil.
Can you?
Neil.
Are you? Yeah.
I'm in, but I'm still. I changed to Google account's picture. But
That's all
yeah,
right.
I'm here.
And you can
Yeah,
hear
I'm
us like
here.
right away. You
I
can
can
hear
hear
us right
you.
away.
Yes.
Perfect. Now that's better.
can you hear
Yes.
me?
Okay.
Can you hear Russ?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So let's just Russ and I were talking about the cult of Dusty thing
Oh,
that's been
what's
going on.
up?
So,
Yeah. Who's?
um,
I don't know who Dusty is.
probably good now because
Yeah,
there's a whole.
he's a dick.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
He never used to be, but he is now. That's for sure.
He's gotten on
Uh,
a big ego trip now, and so he he is at that point where he thinks his shit don't stink.
yeah. Well, tell him the story. You probably know more about it than I actually do, Russ. So tell him what has happened.
Okay, so and so probably a few like a month or two ago, this is when it probably really started because Casey Dusty was what was he doing? He was wanting to debate somebody in a sad attempt to stay relevant, and he ends up actually KC Caitlin Chloe the girl who's with Godless Engineer who they work together a lot on his videos and whatnot. And she had sat there and said, "Well, why not come on the non sequitur show to debate, someone and yada yada yada."
Mm-hmm.
And then he follows her just like, and she follows him, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened with that conversation. I just know that she'd already invited him. Well, not but
Yeah, but
maybe
he was saying something
yesterday.
about he didn't want to lower himself or something
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he
he
considered
said
them
that he
nobodies.
did not. He said, why should I go on a channel that is less known than mine to
Yeah,
debate someone whenever I can do it on mine whenever I can get reach to the most people.
yeah,
And
which
so
makes
What's his
sense. But
position? What's his position?
oh, this is about
he's
What
definitely a
the MythCon thing. I thought.
well
he probably
this
just doesn't want to look stupid. I mean, that's that I encounter this all the time. Christians or whatever or historicists
He's
don't
not a
want to
Christian.
debate. But
no,
He's not
he's
a
an
even
Christian.
atheist.
Dusty's an atheist.
even Bart Ehrman, atheists that believe Jesus was a real, they think they're too good to debate mythicists. You know what I mean? I've encountered this
Yeah, but
several times.
This has nothing to do with all that. This is just a different conversation that happened between some people that Russ and I both know. Um, and
Okay,
it's
this is
about Dusty's ego trip is what this is about.
Yeah.
okay. All right. This isn't a guy that wanted who was supposed to come on and talk to me.
No, this
I'm the
is we were
That who was
that's
supposed to come
Russ.
on and debate?
It wasn't a debate. We're just going to talk about it, and Russ is here to talk about it
Okay.
because he had a couple of
Okay.
disagreements with something that was happening. But
Okay.
we were currently talking about a different situation. Just kind of a
My
little bit
bad.
of an icebreaker. Yeah, no big deal. Looks like you were fired up and ready to go, though.
I've never heard of the cult of I think I might have heard of it, but I didn't know what the hell it was. So I do not know what the cult of Dusty is.
Well, it's just a dude.
yeah,
It's
That's
just
his channel.
somebody that
yeah.
was he's a his is he's a historicist. He believes
No, no, no,
Jesus
No,
was a
no,
real
no,
person.
no, 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 no.
no,
This has
no.
nothing to do
Cult
with
of
any
Okay,
of it.
my apology.
Yeah, yeah. Cult of
My
Dusty is
apologies then.
yeah. Cult of Dusty is a singular guy who has a YouTube channel, who he was one of the earlier YouTube atheists, and he back in the day he was very humble. He was very down to earth. And
Mhm.
as time goes on, and he's gotten this mass of following, he has gotten on an ego trip where where he believes his shit doesn't stink. And they was starting a dispute between him, Casey, who is Godless Engineer's girlfriend, and someone who helps him out a lot on his channel, and they do a lot of that stuff together on his channel,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
the Non Sequitur Show.
Love him. I
Oh,
just never.
Yeah,
I've just not, yeah. I'm not familiar with the cult of Dusty. That's
well, he was
so.
inactive for a
What's
few
his
years.
main what's his main belief? I mean, what is it? What's it about this
he's
guy that makes him special?
he's
Well,
in he,
nothing really. He
really
just
nothing. He's
it,
he's just
it went
another
to his
YouTube
head.
atheist.
It just went to his head. His popularity went to his head, and he's now like getting too big
Yeah.
for britches, right?
Yeah, he started back in the days of like Logic and Armored Skeptic and all that. He started way back when, and back when the YouTube atheism was just getting popular on YouTube,
Yeah.
and
I
he
remember.
since
Yeah, I
because of
remember
that,
that. Yeah.
yeah, and since because of that, he got such a massive following because of the fact that he was one of the original uh, atheist atheist YouTubers.
Don's
And
here.
so,
I'm gonna say hi to Don.
oh, oh, we're actually on air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're live. I
Sorry,
finally
I
made
don't
it
have the
on.
chat up.
Yeah. No, we're live.
Yeah.
We've been live for a bit now.
You're the
Yeah,
duck with the big forearm with the big biceps.
indeed I am.
And I'm my dad. I'm my dad.
And yeah, and you're your
Damn,
dad.
yeah, that's my dad looking skeptically. That's so. Well, anyways, well, what are we going to talk about then? Because I'm not 100% sure Jesus wasn't a real person. I just think that the arguments are more interesting for Christ mythicism. It's incredibly interesting. So that's where I'm
Well,
at.
Or
well, the
Russ, why
thing
don't
is,
you? Yeah, let him tell him what you were sort of objecting to a little bit in the comments.
well, in the comments you were getting what got me to object was when you got on the topic of Osiris and all them. Both
Well,
Osiris
yeah,
and Horus.
that's the zeitgeist shit, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. They said that both Osiris and Horus have a lot of similarities with Jesus, when both of them do not. Neither one of them have any real actual similarities with Jesus. Um, they were these. Osiris was the father of Horus, and he was the brother of Set, and Set killed him out of because of whatever reason. It's the good and evil story, someone has to kill someone.
Yeah,
yeah,
And
it's like the
Horus.
Cain and Abel thing, right?
exactly.
Horus was definitely the son of God. He was the
That's the
No,
son
only.
of God.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the only similarity
no.
is that he was the son of a higher up god.
Well,
He
Osiris,
was
the
the
thing is
literal son, though.
well, no, you see, the thing is with Osiris and Horus and all them, these are godlike characters, but they're not exactly gods, because even
Well, they were
oh,
viewed of
even Horus.
as right.
Well, Horus was constantly battling back and forth with Set over the control of Egypt, and they eventually had to go to the gods to try to figure out who they were going to show favor upon. These were
Right.
actual men, men. These weren't
Yeah.
exactly. They were deities in a sense that, like for instance, Isis, which is Horus's mother, ends up after what's his name Osiris was killed. Isis had some stories say that she pieced him back together, except for the penis. she had to make of gold or something. Others was another story was that
Gold
she
member.
the only right, and the only another story was that she the only piece she had was the penis, and she inseminated herself with it, and so they were to and that's how Horus was born, and
Yeah.
Horus and
Okay,
Set
well,
constantly were battling over Egypt.
yeah. There's in
These were
Horizon.
actual.
Yeah.
So these were
That's where the
actual.
words hours and horizon come from, is from the word Horus. I mean, yeah, Horus is documented to be, an actual mythological character. You know what I mean? And Osiris is his
But yeah,
mythological father. But this is what
yes,
it
but
is that, I mean, as far as ancient Egypt demigods go, uh, Osiris was a savior deity. I mean, he was murdered. He was murdered by Typhon and most of the myths associated with him. But I mean, that, and
that's not
Typhon is
murder.
like the analog to Satan. You know what I'm saying?
But that
I mean,
but no, but
what's your
that this is a problem because it wasn't a Typhon, it was Set. Set was his brother. Set was the one who killed him, and also
okay?
Osiris is actually. Hold on, give me a sec, and I will pull it up. Give me a sec. I will pull it up. Hold on, it's loading right now. Um,
Well, okay, then let me finish what I'm going to say. Then is that, I mean, I agree. I've read the different books. Well, not the whole books, but I've read where Osiris was reassembled, and he was actually resurrected, and that, I mean, the stories of his life on Earth are just allegories. I mean, of course, he didn't actually exist, and he was killed by, whether it was Typhon or Set. He was still killed. He was resurrected in outer space, and the people that, this is the important part, is that people at that period of time that believed in Osiris believed that they received baptism, communion, and eternal life. And that's the
okay,
similarities with
so
Osiris and Jesus.
in Egyptian mythology, Osiris is the god of life, death, the flooding of the Nile, and the afterlife. He was a
And
brother and
fertility.
husband of Isis. He was the
And
brother and
for
husband. Listen, he was the brother and husband of Isis. They had a son named Horus. Osiris was murdered by his brother Set because Osiris was Pharaoh, which Set wanted to be. Osiris was killed when Set tricked him into getting into a box, then poured lead onto the box to close it so Osiris could not get out of it.
okay.
However, Isis brought Osiris back to life for one night. After Horus was old enough, he defeated Set and became the pharaoh. So
That's
Listen,
right. I remember
nothing
that.
about that is
the,
nothing about that is the similar
okay.
to
Well,
Jesus
some of
or
it is
God.
rather similar, but at the same time, what I'm going to say is that it's almost irrelevant.
We have
You
Dawn
know
has
what I
jumped
mean?
in with us as well. So
Hey,
everyone
Dawn.
Well,
say hello to
what
Dawn.
I'm basically, as far as Christ mythicism is concerned, I don't look at Osiris and Inanna and Zalmoxis and Dionysus as what is it, shotgun evidence, or I don't look at it like that's, this is definitely the real deal evidence. What I look at is the Bible, and if you look in the Bible, you can see that in the Old Testament predicts a Jesus like figure. If you look at Isaiah 53 and Zechariah 6 and 9, there's all these different predictions that match up with what manifested, and there's also the
Wait a minute.
the archangel Jesus, that, yeah, Yeah, well, it was the archangel Joshua, which is the same name as Jesus, which
Yeah, a different
existed
form of, yeah.
before Jesus came. There's the ascent of, yeah, there's all these different similarities in Inanna that are shown through the different works,
Well,
Christian
the thing is
fathers.
I'm the thing is I'm not saying that I believe in a historical Jesus. I am very much more leaning towards a mythical being. I am agreeing that there are some mythological characters throughout history that were Jesus like, as
Yeah,
far as
of course,
some of the
Rank
similarities.
Raglan.
However, what I'm saying is that Osiris and Horus are them, neither one of them are um, a Jesus like character, nor are they a God like character. They are gods as far as the Egyptians were concerned, because even pharaohs back in the day were god creatures or
Yeah, they
god
were
beings.
considered on the level. Yeah.
Can I jump in on this?
So
Yeah, sure.
this
Sure.
is
Well,
this
I want to
is
say
my
if
issue.
you're looking at these old texts, you got to understand that there's going to be similarities. I mean, you can find similarities between Archie Andrews and Batman, right? Totally separate characters, but there's going to be similarities. And just because there's similarities doesn't mean one's based on the other. You have to really pick
A
it
lot of
apart to
stuff,
see.
though, a lot of stuff back then, though, was ripped off of each other. You got to remember that too.
Yeah, but well, you have to determine whether it was ripped
What
off or not.
what did
Right?
Jesus actually do? Can anyone tell me? Can can anyone tell me what Jesus actually did?
I don't
In
think
what
any of
Okay,
sense?
us
that
can.
they know for sure the human being Jesus actually did.
There's
I don't
no
think
evidence
Well,
that I know of that Jesus even existed. Just
outside of the
yes,
Bible. Yes.
you're you're under this
Of
assumption that any one of
course
us
not,
here
because no one
are.
knows what the hell the dude, if he actually lived, did. I mean,
Well,
this
But the thing
is
is,
the
such
we're
a
under
claim,
the assumption
ridiculous
that
argument. It
the
it
claim is he was a
all
carpenter. No.
it all goes back to Jesus not even being a real person.
Mhm.
All
okay, but that's
sourcist arguments, you know.
I'm sorry. What is your name
um,
again?
Nick.
Nick. Okay, Nick. Um, you're under this assumption that one of us in here are
Yeah, that's
historical
the
Jesus
claim.
promote.
I don't see anybody saying, anyone with any archaeology that says this was built by Jesus. A sign. You know what?
Oh, I see what's happening.
My name is Nicholas Simons. Nick Simons. I'm an anti-theist. I'm the born again anti-theist.
You're on a delay, Nick. For some reason, you might want to log out and log back in again because you're getting that delay shit again.
Yeah, and he is under this assumption that one of us in here are a historical Jesus promoter when none of us are. We all call into question the historicity of Jesus. All of us
Yeah.
are. We
Yes.
no, but the problem is weeding out the bad history, in which case
Yep.
is how many actual Jesus like characters are that there are throughout mythology, and him citing as Osiris as being a god or even a Jesus-like character is truly faulty because it's
Well, they refer to
kind of faulty.
Osiris as a god, so that's just what he's going based off of, right? They refer to
You know,
the Egyptian gods, right? So That's
Yeah, but the thing is the only reason why they're even
Hello?
going off of that is you still.
yeah.
Uh,
Hey, you're back.
We can hear you.
my
We can hear
my apologies. Okay, I'm used to debating historians, so historicists. So I
Historian, yeah,
apologize for
you. Well,
assuming that,
yeah.
that you guys were historicists.
No,
well, we
like
were
I said,
discussing it.
Historicists.
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 We are
People that
interested
believe
in
yeah,
it,
Jesus
and that's
is
why we're
actually.
discussing.
Yeah.
we,
I'm not
yeah,
talking
like I was
about
saying,
his. Yeah.
yeah, like I was saying, we are none of us in here are
Okay.
historicity proclaimers. We all call into question the historicity, but like I was saying, it is weeding out the bad history because yes, there are some Christ or Jesus-like characters throughout mythology, but they're not as plentiful as a lot of people think. And this is the reason why the Zeitgeist movie is complete and utter shit because they have all of these characters throughout mythology that they are attributing to be Jesus-like characters,
Yeah, they were
when in
saying
all actuality
Mithras.
they're not.
They were fucking saying that Mithras was like a dead ring or two or something.
Yeah,
I like how Neil has been sitting there like,
He's not.
if these guys only knew that I'm really Jesus.
I've been called it before. I've been called either Jesus or my old boss at Pacific Parts when I was working in the parts industry. He used to call me Satan. So
Is there a difference?
no, they're both made up. So what the hell do I care?
Exactly.
Anyway, sorry, Russ. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Carry on what you're saying.
it's not a problem.
He's a
So
doc.
yeah, of course I'm a duck. Or no, I'm a goose. I am a goose, good sir.
Looks like a duck to me, buddy.
Look, it's because you don't know how Pokemon evolution works.
I do fucking so. I've got it right here.
But anyways,
That's hilarious.
what I was saying beforehand was that Osiris is the only connection of him being a god is because the Egyptian people put pharaohs up as gods, and he was a pharaoh, and so he has no connection to actual gods of the time. And like I said, whenever Set killed him, he took over as pharaoh, but then Horus got to be of age and became pharaoh, and the two of them fought over Egypt, and finally, and this is one of the the most strangest stories between of Horus, where Horus and hold on, I will have to give y'all a call back, or I'm not gonna get off the phone. I just have to mute y'all or mute myself.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe you got a phone call. That could be what it is. Anyways, well, since Russ is quiet now, which is highly unusual, Don, this is Nick, and Nick, this is Don.
Does he?
Nice to meet you, Nick.
Does he?
Does he what?
Yeah.
We're not hearing you,
Nice
Nick.
to meet you too.
Oh, you're getting delay again.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know about a lot about.
He's barking up.
I'm not a lot Osiris. Basically.
Press F5.
Is that what you do?
Yeah. Especially when you're running your own stream.
Yeah.
Because you can't just X out and go back in when you're running your own stream because it'll shut the stream down. You hit F5 and it'll just take you out of the stream, and then you you go back in. So when you're running your own stream, you can hit F5 to get out and back in.
Like jump in and out.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you try that, Nick? See if will that work for him? F5. Because you have either ceased or because you were coming at us with the choppy robot voice again. So if you can even hear me, I'm not sure you can hear me right now.
I think Jesus doesn't want us to hear what you have to say, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, there he just jumped in again.
Nick, you here?
Yeah, I'm back. I came back.
All right.
Jesus doesn't want you to tell us stuff, I guess.
What? All I know is, as far as the mythology goes, the Jesus story really matches the descent of Inanna. Is anybody familiar with the descent of Inanna?
Inanna, yeah,
It's
I'm
Sumerian.
familiar with it. Yep, I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. She was a goddess that died for 3 days. She wasn't the highest up god. She was just a lower god, and she had her minions bring her back after 3 days. There's a similar story to the descent of Inanna called the Ascent of Isaiah, where it's a story, except it's kind of reversed, where Jesus goes higher up instead of going down into the depths of the dominions of the death. And the parallels are so striking between the Jesus story and the ascent of Isaiah and the descent of Inanna, that it's intriguing. You know what I mean? Just it's not like smoking gun evidence, but it's still very intriguing. None of it is smoking gun evidence. Zero evidence we can ever provide that proves there was that the Gospels were written after. Yeah, we can never prove that there wasn't a Jesus, but we have convincing arguments against there being an actual Jesus.
I think
that's really all we have.
Most mythicists,
I
believe,
we can never prove there wasn't a physical Jesus.
Well, no, not unless you got a fucking time machine.
It depends on how you come at it too, though. Is like
what
for mythicists, their position basically is until you can show me evidence that Jesus existed, I'm not going to believe it. And for many people, they take it as there's people believe that Jesus existed for the last 2,000 years.
Yeah.
So until you can prove that there was no Jesus, I'm going to believe there was.
Right, but you can't prove a negative, right?
No.
So, I mean, it's I often find it really funny that when you're talking to these people that believe this sort of thing, and then you tell them about contrary evidence, and then they go, well, were you there? And I'm like, well, were you fucking there when he was walking around? Like, you could just throw that right back at them.
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't. I don't know why. But.
Were you there?
Yeah, were you there?
I've got a book with all the answers.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's
basically as an atheist, an atheist is going to win.
Yeah, you're getting that delaying shit again.
Yeah, that's too bad, because it sounds like you know what you're talking about, Nick. So too bad we can't hear you.
Yeah, or you're not in line with what we're on the part of the conversation that we're in.
You guys are aware of the rank Raglan
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that either.
Aware of what, Nick?
The rank Raglan myth.
No, I don't know that.
That does not ring a bell with me either.
Yeah, the rank.
You're cutting out way too bad, Nick.
No, I'm actually what you're talking about. I'm introducing a new aspect to your conversation. The rank rat.
Well,
We lost him.
So how have you been, Neil?
Not bad. I think the more important question is, how have you been?
Oh, good.
Because you've been gone through a little bit of fucking, well, for lack of a better word, hell recently. So
Yeah.
and a lot of us were quite concerned for you. I mean, I think
And I appreciate
four of us called the RCMP there to go looking on you.
I really appreciate all the concern and love I got, and it was awesome. Well, not the situation, but the love that I got. Yeah. That was awesome because I mean, wow.
Well, I give a shit about
every one of these.
I mean, Nadine was in tears. She's pinging me and like, oh my goodness, and I'm like, yeah, okay, well, let's get on this. We'll find out if he's okay.
Yeah,
because it all just kind of blew up, right? So,
mm-hmm.
I just hope that someday, bridges will be mended, but who knows? That's not for me to decide anyways. That's to the people that are involved. I was just a bystander that wanted to throw some help your way.
Yeah. And this isn't the stream to discuss it on. I'm not even sure if I want to discuss what happened between myself and the other person. But
I say wait and let it completely settle and then see if there's a possibility at some point.
Well, I actually did a pretty lengthy written response to what happened and sent it to him. And I really want to just leave it at that.
Okay. Fair enough.
If people have questions or concerns, they can DM me on Twitter, and I'll discuss it in private. But as far as public forum, I
think we should just leave it there.
And if the other person does want to try to mend anything, that's up to him. I said my piece in that response, and I'm leaving it at that.
All right, fair enough. That's all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they say time heals all wounds, so
not all.
Well, most of them. You're right. Some people take things to the grave with them. So
yeah.
And personally, I think that's silly. But that's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Because I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. You're gonna have screw ups.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
You doing, girl?
Doing all right. Yeah. Welcome aboard.
How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Yeah, let's leave that conversation for another time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't need to be in this stream, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there goes Rust.
Oh, is he gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. He can't handle Nadine and I in the same room together.
Is that what it is?
Josiah says hi.
Hi, Josiah.
Why doesn't he jump in?
Well, because somebody didn't send him a link.
Oh, well, I could send him a fucking link.
We'll
Get-
send him
get
a fucking
that-
link.
With one in the chat.
That asshole that's running this thing's really got to get his head out of his ass. Isn't he?
Jen with one in. What letter are you on now? I've been trying to catch up on videos and I haven't got to Jen's yet.
Yay. How are you doing, hun?
I'm
You're
doing.
back. You're back on.
Eh,
Hey, he jumped in here
No.
for fun.
Yeah.
The hell? Where did that?
I
Oh, there he
have
is.
no
There.
intentions. I'm actually not even set up. I had to dig out my mic in order to do this stream. I'm changing
You don't-
things around, and when I do come back, it's going to be new setup.
Oh, why is it not
light-
working?
The lighting's not done yet, but it'll be better lighting.
Oh, good.
All right, I sent Josiah a link.
You sent Josiah a link?
Yeah.
You got a link.
You just uploaded Cade.
Okay, he says he'll jump in shortly.
Oh, okay.
I'm
What
actually
about Jen?
somewhere.
Yeah, you are. Not here because mine's muted.
Yeah.
Does Jen want to jump in too?
Come on in, Jen.
Oh,
Oh shit!
can I say one more thing on that, Neil?
That's up to you, dude.
Okay. During that time, I blocked a bunch of people.
Okay.
I've unblocked them all. So
Okay.
anyone that I've blocked, if you do want to get in contact with me for anything, you're unblocked. I have nobody blocked except for the guy that threatened to kill me and SJ, because I can't stand SJ.
SJ, I can't blame you for SJ. She is annoying as.
Okay, Jen says that it's too noisy where she is, but I'm going to send her the link anyways in Twitter. And if it calms down, Jen, you're always welcome to join and jump in.
I knocked all that on the floor. Of course I did. Because why would I want to not knock all that on the floor?
Well, that's gravity for you.
Is she doing the nasty while watching the stream? Is that why it's noisy?
Oh, shit.
Never know.
Got to keep it PG here, don't I?
Oh, I don't care. It's whatever you want. Except running around naked. I don't really need to see that.
Actually,
Nadine, on the other hand, might be all for it, but
I have some clothes on to be on the stream too.
I don't need to see little Willie fucking flopping around and doing all kinds of tricks and stuff. Oh boy, these hangouts always have this knack of turning the questionable way all the time, don't they?
Yeah.
All the time.
And a shout out to Cyrus. He now has a merch shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Actually, lots of people do now. Lots of people.
Yeah. Cyrus has been a huge supporter of me, so I had to shout him out.
Oh,
He's
okay.
awesome.
Yay.
Cyrus is good people.
Yep.
For sure.
Let's see.
I look all white, don't I? I like
I wonder,
neon.
I wonder if Black Sofa's up.
Ooh. Let's try
That'd
this
be
one
scary.
instead.
Or she's calling himself right now Hitler's Sofa. What is all that?
I'm not sure. Snarky said that somebody described her as being Hitler, and so she put, or as being just as bad as Hitler or something like that. I don't remember the whole story, but so she changed hers to Hitler.
And then everyone followed suit.
And then I think everybody, just kind of followed suit.
Yeah, sure. Because she's Mrs. Hitler. Who else we got?
There's
lots of them.
Rust and
Russ is frustrated Hitler.
Yeah, and
Black sofa's now Hitler's sofa. That's too funny. Artie never changes his name, so
no, I don't either.
I don't either. I don't care really.
Yeah.
Well, I actually sent Artie a link too, but I don't think he's around.
No,
because he's usually watching if he is around. So
yeah. Come on, twist a little. There, that's better. I can sit back.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fix my camera, because then I can sit back a little further.
Oh, your needly thingy going on there?
That's my needly thingy going on there.
Are you making me the pajamas with the bum flap, or
no? That's the how my picture's coming along. You can't tell the difference, but it doesn't look like it changes a whole lot. But I'm working on the bride's hair. I realized I'm going to be way short of white. I need like 3 more skeins of white, and it's like I'm going to be way short. So I ended up pulling one of these stupid things where I took everything and kind of parsed it out, kind of guessed at how much I needed and parsed it all out so that I can figure out if I'm going to have enough of each bit or not. So I kind of separated the pattern into chunks and went with that. So I'm working on her hair now.
Going chunk by chunk?
Going chunk by chunk, yeah. Bits of picture by bits of picture. So I'm going to do the bride's hair, and then, because I'm missing this color altogether for Mom's hair.
Hey, Russ is back.
Russ is back.
Yep, the goose is back.
The duck is back.
Russ did.
I hate to tell you this, Russ, but that's a picture of a duck, not a goose.
Well, you see, what happened was whenever I was Googling a picture of a goose, and I saw this picture and I couldn't pass it up. So
it's awesome.
That is a picture of a white duck with muscly arms, a top hat, and a mustache. But he is a goose for all intended purposes.
And a monocle.
And a monocle.
Can't forget.
I am one dapper duck.
that's the classiest ass duck I ever seen.
With arms.
With the buffalo arms and everything.
Yeah. If you need help with OBS sometime,
what the fuck is OBS? I hear people talking about this. Is this another video format thing?
Yeah, well, it's a video. It's what like a lot of people use to record their videos on and stream through and stuff like that. Like that's what I stream through when I do my streams. I stream through OBS most of the time, and I record all my videos on OBS and all that kind of stuff.
Which version of OBS?
The new one.
No, I mean, like, is it actually OBS?
It's OBS. I don't go with the Streamlab one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so are you recommending that maybe I do?
OBS.
I recommend, like, I saw.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Pheasant Plucker.
What's going on?
Plucker. I don't know what happened to Nick. I guess he decided not to join.
Maybe because he was having audio problems. But next time, if anybody has serious audio problems and they're streaming their video too, just have them turn the video off.
Well, he did that, but he was still getting that delay thing, right?
Yeah, but he was still a lot better than he had been.
Yeah, our conversation worked out fine.
Yeah.
And then when we jumped into here, it's like he fell back to that thing where he was getting the time lapse between our comments.
Yeah. Right? So, but usually,
and a lot of laggy.
Yeah, usually disconnecting it and reconnecting it with no video is usually the best option to go with. Mm-hmm. Maybe you didn't disconnect long enough. maybe you just need to disconnect a little longer. Who knows? Or shut down. Like if they're using a computer and it's doing that, just have them shut down like all their internet tabs and then pop
Oh yeah,
back on
anything
with
that's
whatever.
gonna, yeah, anything like that that's gonna take up power to put to this is or whatever.
Yeah, like
is
the
gonna
other
be-
day, I was streaming from my personal channel. I just did an impromptu stream where I was just kind of crafting and chatting with everybody, like doing a hangout style one instead of my book club one that I do on my craft channel. And I hadn't closed off, like I'd been watching YouTube videos all morning, and I hadn't closed off Chrome or anything, like any of the tabs before I started streaming. So when I started streaming and I pulled up the video, it was like chugging. Like, I mean, it was using up like most of the processing power and most of the RAM, and it was just like chugging through. It's like finally I had to just say screw it and shut it down. But like I know if I close everything down, start it up, it's fine. It's just because everything's in the memory and kind of, you know. So that's another option.
Yeah, just make sure everything's shut down. Run the one program.
Yeah.
And don't use video if you've got like an. I swear, like I said in the talk earlier, I think his computer said "Made in Bedrock" on the back.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, the big thing is don't use the video if you're really laggy, because the video takes up a lot of
all the processing speed.
Well, not just that, but if your upload's not that great for your internet,
right.
it does that too. So you get that choke there. Like my mom's, her internet upload isn't great. Like she's got great download, but the upload's not very great, and it chugs and chugs and chugs. And sometimes it's so painful talking to her. Sometimes it's not so bad, but sometimes it's like talking to Buddy there before he shut off the video. It's like you can't talk to her at all. It's terrible.
That's too bad.
So I apparently started a trend on Twitter.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Do
Everyone's
tell.
calling themselves Hitler.
Is that you that started?
Was that you? Okay.
I started.
So I thought it was Snarky that started.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was Snarky that started it.
No, it was me. I called because in one of I think it was actually Neil's. It could have been Neil's hangout or whatever. I was in the chat, and somehow we got on the topic of Hitler and how everybody who disagrees with people these days is Hitler.
Oh yes, I remember this.
Oh,
okay. So then I went on Twitter and changed my name to Frustrated Hitler, and then Snarky changed it to Mrs. Hitler, and now it's gotten Secular, Disappointed Optimist, Skeptic Pig, and it's gotten like one or two other people. So I've started a trend on Twitter.
Don't worry, I'm not jumping on that one.
I feel accomplished.
Yeah, me neither.
You're the root cause of this, buddy.
Yes, I am, and I feel glorious about it.
That's why you're flexing.
That's exactly why I'm flexing right now.
What do you mean right now? You're always flexing.
Yeah, it's not like you can unflex.
I could, but that would take a lot of hours because I would have to figure out how to stop him from flexing.
Oh.
Implement it.
Oh. I thought you were going to say something like, you could flex, but there's a bunch of stuff you'd have to move out of the way. You didn't want to knock it over.
No, I went the literal route and was talking about the picture itself. I'd have to find a way to keep it from flexing.
All right.
Intraflexion?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
oh, that hurt.
I don't have any good jokes. Sorry. It's all pain. Pain.
Just only the badumts version worthy ones are.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much it.
I wonder if I can jump in on my phone so I can go out, because Dawn just made me want a cigarette. You fucker.
He's a
Well, I
bad
was smoking too, but you couldn't see it.
bad influence. Bad influences.
Yeah.
Oh, hurry back,
Yeah,
Jen.
apparently. Oh, what's this one?
Will we get a second Neil?
Let me see. Let me see if it works.
Probably usually get two. We usually get two notches when he does that.
Hi, Neil.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It'll stop in a second.
Kill us.
Yeah, somebody's gonna
Is that
die.
the voice of God?
It's okay.
Yeah, I tend to have two whenever either my tablet or my phone dies.
Russ,
I'll be
I'm having
leaving
trouble
the
hearing
community.
you, man. Are you talking into the mic?
Can you hear me now?
A little better, but not good enough.
I'm in my room and on my phone. Back looping there.
Yeah, you gotta mute the one before you turn the other one on.
God, fuck. I'm not the sharpest pencil in the box on a good day.
Okay, what about now? Can you hear me now?
No.
Nope. But that's how she knew to answer.
Yes. Well, I know that Don was saying he's having trouble hearing me.
And I'm gonna, yeah.
Yeah. What you got to do is stop buying steroids and start saving your money for a good headset.
Well, right now you're going through the speakers of my truck.
Oh, I don't
And
like
I'm
the
speaking
speakers of
through
your
the mic.
truck.
Well,
Oh,
there's
hey,
nothing I
Dawn.
can do. Right?
Yeah.
Remember when you were asking me about the smoke? Well, guess
Yeah.
what finally hit us?
The smoke.
Oh, dude, look around.
Yuck.
It's everywhere. You can't
Yeah.
even see some of the bridges from here over there.
Wow.
Well, why is it so bright there?
Why is it so bright? Well, because the fucking sun's right behind me.
And the haze from the smoke.
And the haze from the smoke gives it that nice orangey, Halloweeny looking, look to it. So, and now you can look right up my nose if you want.
Yay!
Well,
That's where I left my pen.
That'll make my day.
Nose hairs. Yay!
what side of Canada are you on?
I'm on the left side,
Oh,
which
that's
means
why then.
I'm on the Pacific coast.
Yeah, the only reason why I was asking was because here in Texas it's already dark.
Oh yeah, you guys are a couple hours ahead of me, so.
It was dark a long time ago.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Yeah, it got dark a long time ago.
Still sunny here. Well, nice and smoky sunny anyways.
Yeah.
What did Nadine say when she found a tampon behind her ear? Where did I put my pencil?
I like the doctor.
I don't have to worry about any of that anymore. So yay!
The doctor used to do that too, eh? He'd have two rectal thermometers.
Yeah.
One, and then he'd go like he's writing something down on a piece of paper. Another rectal thermometer, and he goes, "Shit! Wait a minute, where's my pen?" And then I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Well, you get the writing on the.
Yeah. Oh, there would be writing on the wall if I was like a chimp. That's what you mean. Technically not writing though. You're right there. I think she's dying.
Don't die.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that. Wait, don't die.
Why
Sorry,
is
the
Josiah being so
last bit of
quiet?
my cold is kind of, hanging on and not wanting to go away.
Right. They never do.
No. If it doesn't soon, I'll have to go to doctors.
Well, how long have you had it?
2 or 3 weeks now. 2 weeks.
You probably got another week of some shit, and then it should
Yeah.
fade away. They
Yeah,
seem to be
it's
that long.
the
So it's a
the
flu, it's not a cold.
yeah. Oh yeah, I know it's a flu, but usually when I get the flu, I get it really, 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 really bad, and I had it really, 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 really bad.
Yeah,
But
Cap's having problems.
I end up
Cap's
having
having,
Go ahead.
I was just saying, Cap's having problem with his allergies.
Oh yeah. Well, this
So
isn't.
tell him to eat local honey.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that doesn't work.
Honey?
If it did, I wouldn't have any allergies anymore.
Do all you eat is local honey?
When I tried it, it was local honey to where I was. Yes.
Did
I
you
think
try
really
putting
the only-
urine in your eyes?
Yeah.
What?
I have bad allergies, so it's
That's a
better.
natural remedy, Neil.
Sure.
You put
Hey,
urine
we
Yeah.
can
in
aim.
your
Too.
eye.
You and I can aim. She, not so much.
That's just. Oh, I'm slow.
Yeah.
I just left. I think he's got a call.
Oh,
I heard a ring.
well, yeah. He's kind of like half working or something right now, I think.
Yeah, well, he's usually working when he's on these things. Ah, shoot.
What the hell does he do? Is he like security or something?
Yeah, he's security in oil patch, I think. I'm not sure.
That explains it because he showed me the background area and it kind of.
Yeah, oil patchy.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what it is down there anyway, so.
Oily and patchy.
Oily and patchy.
Yep.
People are probably confused. They're probably like, "Who's the invisible guy?"
Yeah.
You can see in his room right now is a bunch of toys stacked up over there. Part of my toy thing.
What kind of?
Invisible man.
What kind of toys are they? Well, there's Lobo from DC, the very, very highly collectible DC direct piece there that costs now. I think they're running for about $140 or something online.
Cool.
And I paid like $12 for it.
Ooh, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. And I got a bunch of no longer in production dragons from Seth MacFarlane, or not?
Yeah.
No, not that guy. Todd McFarlane, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it's funny. When I worked in a record store many, many moons ago, my old manager, his brother was roommates with Todd McFarlane at university.
Oh, wow.
He got me a copy. It was a photocopy of a Spawn drawing that he did originally, and he
Yeah.
had him autograph it for me.
Nice.
So I've got it lying around somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I managed to get a one guy an autograph from one of the guys from Cat from Red Dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was at one of the one of the guys from
What's his name? Johnny
Voyager. Yeah.
John Jules or something like that? Or?
Oh. Well, it's not that hard to find out.
Danny John Jules, I think is his name.
Is the pheasant plucker back?
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
here.
I'm here. I'm just kind of exhausted.
Oh,
Oh, long day.
And working all day.
Yeah, me too. I had to get up at 4 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, let me tell you. All right, I'll have another quick one and then go back in.
Tom Perry.
she's
Yeah.
showing you.
That's the one guy.
Tom Perry.
Tom Paris, yeah.
And
Danny John Jules.
yeah, oh, there we go. Figure out where my camera is.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's hysterical. I follow him
Oh,
on.
absolutely. Absolutely. Is there anybody else I have in here? I thought oh, I did. A collector card too. this was one of his cards from a set that I bought. So, of course, all my Magic the Gathering card sets. Yeah, Danny John Jules. I guess I could have just opened this and looked too.
Well, so
Robert Duncan.
Robert Duncan McNeil. Right?
Yeah, it's Robert Duncan McNeil. And then Danny John Jules. And I think that's all that I got signed in the book. Oh no, I got what's her name? Erin Gray.
Oh yeah. From wasn't she in Buck Rogers or some shit?
Yeah, that's exactly where it was. It says right there. But she was at the signing table too. This was from '97. I can't see it. Tip your camera down a bit more. Schrodinger's surprise.
Yeah.
Freak, that's hilarious.
100% dead, 100% alive.
Yeah. Oh, Sharon and Keith's. Okay. My cousin's wedding invitation thingy mabob. Doohickey. I never see the point of all that crap that they do up for weddings. Like really. The invitations and the fancy invitations and the fancy booklets that they have at the weddings with the whole, the event stuff in there. It's like, fuck. And the only reason why I still have that one is because I shoved it in the thing with the pictures. That's the only reason why I still have it is because it was in there.
I think I've still got all the ones that I've had over the past little while.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone's telling me I've exceeded my daily budget. Do I look like I care?
Yes, very much so. You look terribly worried.
Yeah. Because I don't even go near it, so I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah.
It sucks. They won't let me on the Wi-Fi at work anymore.
No?
Well, they won't let anyone on because they say it slows it down.
With streaming? Who would figure?
No, not with streaming, but just in general. I always jump on there so I wouldn't be using my data at work.
Yeah. Damn it.
I think I've got 10 gigabytes of data.
Yeah. Oh, geez. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I exceed it every month.
Wow.
Not by much. By like megabytes, but still, I always tend to go over for some reason.
Oh, wow. Well, megabytes isn't bad. I go over on mine, not so much anymore because I haven't, I'm not out and about as much anymore because I don't have a car anymore. So, that just kind of keeps me around the house a lot more. But the weekend I went on a mini vacation, I used it all up like that weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I only get 250 megs right now.
Fuck. I can do that in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I went over and it's like 5 cents a meg or something is what I had to pay.
Oh, wow.
It's not a lot, but when you're working off of almost no credit on your account at the time, I had like $5, and by the time I got home, it was like I had $2 left. and that's what I have to use for outgoing calls. Because it's like 30 cents a minute for outgoing calls during the day. It's retarded. I've got like the worst. Like I don't have a plan, so it's like pay as you go, and it's the worst. but I'm going to change that now. Apparently, there's public mobile in Calgary. Like, it was somebody from Calgary told me about it, and it's like I could get 2 gigs of data and North America long distance and texting for $45 a month. And
Yeah.
right now I'm paying $35 a month, and I got 250 megs, and I can't make any outgoing calls without paying for it. At least during the day. You know, I have to wait until evening.
Yeah, like 6 or something, right?
Yeah. Like 7 to 7 is what it is. And it's like stupid.
Wow.
So, like, I don't even call people at all if I don't have to.
When I was with Kudo, I got unlimited calling, North America calling, anytime.
Yeah.
Unlimited text, and I think it was 2 gigs of data, and it was $60 a month.
That's a lot. I was when I was in Calgary, I was with Mobilicity. I paid for $200 for 3 months at a time. I got unlimited talk. No, not 3 months, for 6 months. I paid $200 for 6 months. I got unlimited talk, text, and data North America. I never had to worry little bit, and it was supposed to be here. Was supposed to be able to reach it here when I moved here, because if I did, I would have still been on it, because that's like $33 a month.
See you guys in a second.
Yeah, I couldn't
Ooh, look
get it
who's
here.
Woohoo,
Pardon?
look who's here. Dave.
Hi, Dave. There.
Yay.
No feedback
Hey,
this time.
No, you gotta shut it off first.
Yeah. You're so smart, I tell ya. You learned some good.
Don't give me too much credit.
You know, maybe me crying had something to do with it.
Grumpy old
Oh.
Dave talking to you too, I think.
Oh, we got grumpy old Dave is with us again.
Yeah.
Talking to the sexy people.
You're not a sexy people?
No.
Well, Josiah is definitely not a sexy people because he's a bird. So he
Yeah,
can't be talking
I'm
to
bird.
Josiah.
Well,
What do you mean he's not a sexy
stop
people?
showing me your bird.
I'm a
Because
bird.
he's a bird, so he can't be a sexy people.
He's your bird, and you keep showing us your bird.
I think Neil's a little slow today or something.
Why? What do you mean I'm slow?
Chug, chug, chug. Is they here?
Oh, Dave's here?
Shane said, "Hey, they."
I don't see you. You might be hanging around.
You never know. They's kind of sneaky.
His new video is super funny.
Oh yeah, have you guys seen it?
Dave, why am I not finding you on Twitter? Because I could send you a link to join if I could find it, but I'm not finding it.
Because he's not. I don't think he's grumpy old Dave on Twitter. I think he's
He's at Grumpy Dave or something like that, but his name is Alt Height.
yeah, alt height.
Alt hype?
Height. Here, I'll plunk him the link.
You do?
I got him founded.
Okay.
Oh, where
You're
is?
a good wifey.
You know, I try to help.
I don't know. It's not coming up.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll plunk you into the conversation. So,
Dave's at work anyway.
oh, is Dave at work
Oh.
anyway?
Probably
Okay, never mind,
wrestling
Daddy.
crocodiles.
Okay, well, I'm just going to
Oh, no.
Neil.
So Shane says, never mind, he thought he heard someone say that they was here. So.
They are always here.
They are always here.
somewhere.
So there, Neil. That's. I just tweeted to grumpy old Dave and you, and I just said hi.
Oh,
So now you know what his account is.
oh, okay. That's what
Yeah.
came up in my notifications then, obviously.
You won't know. Never. That's silly to think that. Jeez, some people, awful crazy.
So my son left yesterday.
Did he? Oh, good. And your daughter is coming, or is she there?
I don't know what's going on yet.
Okay.
So her friend is in the foster care system,
Yeah.
and my ex is fostering her.
Yes.
And my daughter doesn't want to leave her,
Yes.
but
Bother. Yep.
she says she doesn't know how much longer she can take it.
Yeah. That's
Tatted.
always interesting. Hi, Tatted. Whoa. Don't look at the screen when I'm trying to do this, apparently.
Why?
Because the screen with reading glasses on makes my head hurt.
Does it?
They're only they're super weak reading glasses. They're only a 0.5.
It's just all blurry though.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But it's trying to undo a knot and I can't see it very well, so I put the reading glasses on.
All right, link sent.
Are you letting him in here? Oh my! It's craziness, I tell you.
Tad is going to come in. He's going to tell us that he did a bunch of curls and then walks.
Well, I sent him a link, so we'll see if he jumps in.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Yeah, Jen, I'll check out your video after, for sure.
What letter is she on?
K.
K?
Oh, he's got some pizza thingies going on. He's going to chow down first and then join us. Well, it won't be too much longer, Mr. Tatted Atheist, so you might want to get on that.
Why doesn't he just come in with the pizza and share?
Yeah.
Go for some pizza.
Yeah, pizza's good. Well,
selfish bastard, Tatted.
I'm all good for an all meat pizza.
Yeah, I like those too.
Those are yummy. Oh man, what the heck did I do with this?
I don't know.
But why? Usually, I somehow I managed to put a knot in there, and it's right up close to where it's coming out of the canvas, and it's being a little bit of a bitch.
Oh, and that's what you're doing right now?
That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, there's a knot that I'm trying to get unknotted because I can't get it pulled through.
Oh.
And it's
yeah, the reason why we see the top of her head is not the same as when we saw the top of yours.
Oh, I say pizza thingies. I said pizza rolls, homie. The white trash pizza.
White trash pizza.
No.
You still share.
Pizza rolls. I see.
So what you guys up to? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right.
Saw you hit a trash panda.
Something about trash panda? Oh, yeah. He hit a raccoon on my fucking way home. It fucking sucks. But damn it.
You did?
Yeah, I said it on Twitter, and raccoons are kind of cute, so it kind of was like, fuck. God damn it.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell Russ, but a long time ago when I was driving tow truck, I hit a duck once. The thing ran across the street in front of me, so I figured, oh, okay, he's across. So I went to go, and he jarted right out in front of me again. And all I saw was fucking feathers.
The worst thing I've ever hit was a fucking deer, and I still had the white tags on my new car.
Oh.
Yeah, I hit a deer once with my. I had a little Jeep TJ, and I hit a deer, and it. I was going around really long, like a really big turn, and I saw it in a ditch, and it was going like this along the ditch, and I was slowing back, and the stupid thing went that way off into the bush. I get up to him, and he dodges right in front of me. I'm like, where the fuck? Anyway, his foot got caught in my tire, which sucked him through the tire well, and his head flipped and dented my hood, and then it sucked him through the tire well. So the Jeep, the big tire well that they got. Well, it sucked it through and pulled up the front of it. Between the fender and it kind of smushed through where the light was and skinned it a little, but it didn't break through. So it was dead, but he wasn't really bleeding or anything. And I ended up having to haul the poor little thing off the road, and his freaking hooves were warm. It was like, oh, poor thing.
Remember how I said I was eating pizza rolls?
Oh, no. Apparently not.
I had a deer hit me one time. I was driving along, and it was me and my buddy driving along, and all of a sudden it was just smash, and my buddy just about shit himself because deer jumped out of the ditch right into the passenger's door.
What the heck? Actually, you know what's fun is driving around the bush out in the oil country in Alberta. I was allowed to bring my dog to work with me when I was fixing computers out at dog houses, and I had her with me that day, and she was always great. She'd just sit by my Jeep while I was working, and the guys would pet her and give her treats once in a while, and she would just pretty much stay by my Jeep while she waited. So it was great. She didn't even go and bug anybody, and then we were going back home, and I turned a corner, and what do I find in front of me but two big moose asses? It was two moose walking down the road, this narrow road. They were just kind of clopping along. My dog goes nuts. I was, of course, going slow, so I didn't run into the damn things. But my dog goes nuts, and the moose, both of them look behind them and look back at us. And I'm like, shut up, dog. The two moose, like one of the moose was way bigger than my Jeep, but the two of them together was like a freaking freight train you were looking at, and they were just, I kind of followed slowly behind them, and the dog's sitting there going, like, shut up, dog, don't bark, don't bark.
Holy shit, I had no idea.
What?
I was just skimming through some stuff here, and I came across an article of the Global News here in BC, and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, thanks BC Lions coach for cutting him from the CFL team.
Yeah. He was in the CFL. He was in. He didn't make the NFL.
Calgary.
He fucked his back up. Yeah, he fucked his back up right before going into the NFL. He played for, I think, Miami.
Yeah, briefly.
The University of Miami.
Oh.
So he remember when Miami was pumping out Hall of Famers like it was going out of style? Mm-hmm. Like Andre Johnson, Ed Reed, just a list of fucking people. He was in that group. And right before his last year, he tore his back, and the only place that would sign him was the CFL. Like he probably would have been a Hall of Fame defensive end.
What, but here in the CFL?
No, in the NFL if he didn't fuck his back up. But then he joined the CFL because that's where NFL rejects go, and that's where he got cut. That's why Johnny Manziel plays for the CFL.
Right.
NFL
Welcome back,
rematch.
Russ.
Yellow.
Oh shit! Frustrated atheist is here. I gotta leave now.
Why?
Scared of ducks.
I know, right? Did
Scared of ducks.
There.
has everyone seen the response to my response video by Dr. Man Guy, I think it is?
Nope.
No.
Oh my god, you guys gotta see the
It's
fucking
guidance.
Throw the link in there.
in the
I throw
chat.
the link in the chat, but somebody doesn't want to give me
Yeah. It is the
A
What are
wrench.
you talking about? Somebody doesn't want to give you a wrench. Who the fuck is that prick?
yeah
I know.
it is the greatest, by the way,
Hey,
guys.
Duke.
At one point in time, the guy says, there is no starving kids in Africa. That is a myth made up by charities.
Oh my god.
And also, he also says gays were never ever persecuted. That is a lie made by gay people to seem more persecuted. And then he called me a gaytheist, which I'm not gay. No, I'm just like, I am an atheist, but I'm not gay.
I'm so
thanks.
confused.
The video is as it, like it. He tried to screen grab it, and you couldn't hear me the whole entire time, and it was just awful. And actually, the beginning of it, he said every single person that God had killed in the Bible, we would kill with our judicial system today. And I was like, we don't fucking kill infants.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking thing we do. We also don't kill gays. And he goes, provide me a Bible verse. Control Alt paste. There it is, bitch.
Okay. Wait. No, sorry. I'm lost. I'm just a little bit lost in the conversation here. So, you as an atheist are supposed to provide a Bible verse that the government doesn't kill gays? Did I understand that right?
No, he said that the government would, our government will kill everyone our government would kill everyone that the Bible would kill legally. So I was like, no, we wouldn't, because the Bible condones killing gays. And then he's like, provide a verse where the Bible says you should kill gays. It's like, apparently this motherfucker has never read Leviticus. He's avoided that like a son of a bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Which is great because he did that. Geek Room Gaming, or I forgot what they used to be called, Godless Geeks, or Godless Geeks now.
It's the Geek Room.
Yeah. They found it, and now I'm gonna be on their show next week to defend myself from an idiot.
Well, of course you need to defend yourself from an idiot. Like, really.
I already told the guy that I'm like, I'm not doing anything on my channel towards your video. It's just so fucking awful. I'm just gonna laugh at it. That's all I'm gonna do.
This is fucking.
And he goes, how's it awful? And I was like, dude, you've been on YouTube for 4 years, and I have triple the subscribers. There's a reason that's a thing, and I have 170. I shouldn't be tripling anyone. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, you still have more than me.
That's bullshit.
T-da for you.
On both of my channels.
That is bullshit.
Yeah.
All you sexist motherfuckers, go subscribe to Nadine right now. Bitches.
Thank you.
And do you know I have to thank for that guy finding my channel? I'll give you the crazy guy doing a response to my response. Nadine, you should know. I asked you to do me a favor. For that person.
Oh,
It's anti-ordinary. She did a mirror. This fucking crazy guy apparently subbed to her, so. It apparently goes around, like, anytime she mirrors someone, he does a video on him.
Wow.
It's a good time, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Are we done talking about tatted now?
Well, we're not going to talk about you because your mic sounds
This
like
was-
you're on the
This
bottom
was
of
like
the
the
well.
tatted hour here.
It's because look at
of
me,
course,
I'm
tatted
awesome.
has to make everything about him.
It's because I'm awesome.
You forgot to say lame. I'm sorry.
I'm not your mic.
All right, you guys. Why the fuck?
I don't know.
I don't know. Something's going on here.
Okay, is old man having fights with computer?
Okay, videos.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Is it trying to stay famous by bashing atheists cute?
No.
Is that the video? No.
No, I'll send you a link. Give me a sec.
Well, I'm looking at all your uploads.
Well, no, you gotta look at my tweets because I tweeted out his video. Give me a second.
No, I'm looking at your uploads on YouTube right now.
Oh, which one he did a response to?
Yeah.
He did a response to my Greg Lott video. And
Are you watching chat, Tatted?
no, I'm not.
Greg tried to shut me up and failed. Is that
Yep,
the
there
one?
you go. That's the one.
Duke is saying Tatted needs to practice beard maintenance.
No, I don't. Fake news, racism. No, I'm just really lazy with it. My beard isn't a style. It's me not wanting to shave.
That's a perfect reason to have a beard.
Yeah, if you have a style, if it's for your style, you're a fucking hipster. Sorry for all the hipsters out there.
Oops. Remove any web addresses and try again.
I sent you the link, Nadine. She wants the wrench, god damn it.
I'm trying.
You click the little balls and then you click add as moderator.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
Click my balls.
Error. See, it's taken forever to load up. That's the thing.
Well, then who's your internet provider?
Right now it's TELUS. You should be good to go now.
Okay, it looks like it.
Hey, Duke, how you doing, brother?
There we go. He clicked my balls. Are you jealous, honey? Honeys. Are my honeys jealous that he clicked my balls?
I highly
because
doubt
It's all fine.
because I was already wrenched, so no.
You should unwrench frustrated.
Okay.
No. Go ahead.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, he actually likes me.
Why?
He tolerates you.
Sounds about right. Most people tolerate me.
Yeah, I just made Dawn an
Okay, and
moderator too.
Okay, here's the
Cool, I got a wrench.
response to the.
Thanks, Neil.
That's the response to the other video.
Response.
Yeah.
Now I can post porn.
Woohoo!
Sounds about right.
Hey.
Hey,
Not on my
What?
watch.
no.
Well, you know you'd watch it.
Those links were definitely not porn. Don't
Right.
click them.
Probably definitely not porn.
They're
probably
pretty.
definitely not porn. Yeah.
They're pretty fucking stupid though.
they might break your brain. Could be worse.
I'm too lazy to post links, so don't worry about the porn, Neil.
And kids, if you're looking for porn, just go to Pornhub.
Exactly. Or
It's
you
free.
porn.
Google sets and you're fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
free, and then you make an account, and then you make funny fucking posts on the bottom of the porn.
Yeah.
Why are you making an account?
To comment on them, they're fucking hilarious. Have you never read those comments?
Oh, they're funny.
Oh, they're a good fucking time.
If I ever get on Pornhub, it's to watch porn. I don't care about comments.
I was gonna say, like, who goes?
Dude, after you finish,
watches
you
porn
get
to
bored,
comment
and
on
then you
stuff?
scroll down and see if anyone said anything funny.
Yeah, you want to see
After
like, other people's reactions.
After I'm done, I get immediately off. of the internet. So
Yeah, I'm done. I just gotta clean up and we're good.
Why do you gotta clean up? That's what tube socks are for.
Honey, get the hose.
Just roll over and go to sleep.
Oh my gosh, I need
What are
more
you saying,
coffee.
Lord? This is
Uh,
ectoplasm.
Yeah.
like Jim says, that's like reading Playboy for
It was
the
50
article.
goats.
Yeah, for the articles, yeah. Yeah, well, after we're done with the pictures, then we go to the articles.
Well, they're not even nude anymore on Playboy.
What? They're not?
Nope.
Nope.
Once tells you the last time I bought a fucking Playboy. Actually, I never bought any. I just steal my dad's.
Well, that was when Reagan was in office.
Yeah, actually.
God damn it, I wish that didn't work.
Whoa, who just left?
So,
Oh, Josiah
Whoever-
did.
Nope.
Aw,
That's lame.
he's too tired. Or he's getting pissed off at us.
they're nearly nude, Jensen.
You'll see more at the beach. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, wrong button.
Yeah, what happened there?
Hit the wrong button.
I was thinking you were going to go to Pornhub.
Man,
I'll do that while I'm in the chat. That's
These-
fine.
These horrible people are talking about Pornhub. I got to get out of here.
He's just a wholesome goose.
I am. I mean, I'm a dapper goose. That I don't ever.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I guess he was getting a call.
He got a call.
Yeah, that's what happened there. A wholesome goose getting calls. I didn't know they can answer the phone. They don't have any thumbs.
Playboys during the Reagan era?
Yeah, there's probably some lots of hair. That's what I'm guessing.
They probably showed more than just the ankles then, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay,
calling you
that was
old
creepy.
Duke, I'm just calling you
Hey,
seasoned.
Dean, that was creepy. I don't know if
Okay.
you can hear me. It creeped the shit out of me. Ugh.
Can't hear you, Tad.
You can't hear me?
No.
Then why did you respond when I said something?
Because I have telepathic abilities.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So how was everyone's weekend? Hey, Goose is back.
Yeah,
I am back.
Yeah, what happened?
For
Did you get
some
another
reason-
call?
Yeah, for some reason I've become very popular tonight for no fucking reason.
Oh, everyone
Everybody
sees
wants
you.
to talk to me.
So, Duke.
Mainly because they won something. But
I don't want to talk to you.
well, good. Then don't
Same.
talk to me.
Just kidding. I
Well,
don't mind
Tatted,
talking to
nobody
Dad.
ever wants to talk to you.
who, what, when, where, why? What did I miss? What did I miss?
We're
Oh my
just talking
God.
about how nobody likes Tatted.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay.
That fucking live stream you were in last night there, frustrated, made me
Yeah.
That
want
was
to kill
crazy.
myself.
Yeah, that guy was a bit.
Why is everyone who wears no shirt on a live stream instantly a philosophy major? They're like, this is how you should go about it. And then when they bring up that, like, I can't remember what type of philosophy they were going by.
What's wrong
it's
with
like,
wearing
I
no
don't
shirt?
know what it is. No. There's nothing wrong with it. But because I'm not wearing one right now. That's why I don't have a camera on.
Yeah,
But-
well, I'm not technically wearing a shirt. I'm wearing a tank top.
Same thing. But no. Oh, it just always seems to me to be those type of guys are just like, I know everything, but I don't know shit at the same time.
There's
Like,
lots of those kind of people.
He just kept on missing Kyle Kyle's point going, he broke the terms of service, fuck him.
Yeah. And one of the biggest things that I
And he committed a
didn't like,
felony.
before I got on, one of the biggest things I didn't like was the fact that he said he wasn't looking for empirical data. Then why the fuck are you even speaking right now?
Oh yeah, he just wanted to be a contrarian. He's just like, whatever you pick, I'm gonna be the opposite. It's just he was trying to play devil's advocate, but he really wasn't fucking good at it, and it was getting
What was it about? Like, what was the
the
chat
Alex
about?
Jones thing. Where,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
getting
Well,
him kicked off of the blah blah. It's like, but free speech isn't completely free, and just like he was one of those guys that like he thinks that everything should be free speech, but we do have limits on our free speech, i.e., you can't run into a crowded movie theater and start screaming fire.
yeah.
That
Well,
type
one of
thing.
the biggest things too is that people seem to negate the fact that sure you have a freedom of speech, but you're not free from the consequences of your speech.
Essentially,
Yeah,
yes.
and
Nailed
That's
it.
there's,
When
you
That's
know,
right.
and whenever you sit there and dox and tell your followers to go and harass these people of a tragedy, and then on top of that say that all queers and all well, no, he didn't say queers, he said all
Cross
what was
drag
it?
queens. Drag queens.
Drag queens need to be set on fire, and that they should do that. You're going to have repercussions for those words.
What was
Yes,
the
you
final?
are.
Do you remember what the final straw was though for him?
It was for the calling of the death of somebody. I forget their name.
Robert
Mueller, wasn't it?
Mueller. He said he was gonna
Yes,
shoot
Mueller.
him in the face.
yeah, and
Who,
like,
Mueller?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said he was gonna shoot Mueller in the face, which is a federal
fuck.
offense.
Yeah.
He's lucky he's not
So-
in prison.
yeah, he really
Yeah,
should
so-
be. Fucker.
So, like I said, he has the freedom to express his opinions about these people, and if he wants to say that this are things that he wants to do, he's more than happy to do that. But whenever you still have the consequences to deal with when you say these things.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
So if I could sit there right now today and say that I believe that everybody who disagrees with me should be killed. Now, I can say that all day long. And
Yeah.
I can say that on my channel. I can say that on anyone's channel that allows me to come on their channel.
You're
But
saying it right now.
if
online.
right, and but if I say that and then it violates somebody's terms of use, then
Yeah.
that platform has every right to kick me off of their platform.
Yeah.
because free speech, that
Duke.
the whole free speech thing is between you and the government.
Yeah.
But when you go into YouTube's house, they can make up whatever rules they want.
Well,
Just
you
like
know
if
what?
come into my house and I say no swearing in my house. You start swearing, I can kick you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And
I
the
make
funny thing
rules in
is,
my house.
Yeah, what the
YouTube
fuck?
does in their house,
yeah.
and you don't have free speech on YouTube.
Well,
Yeah.
you do, but if you take it too far, like Duke is saying here, if you utter slander or libel or incitement to violence or threats of violence, then it's not protected.
Yeah. And
Okay, but that's between you and the government.
no,
right?
no, that's
No,
the
no, no.
YouTube's terms of
Whatever
service.
platform,
Hang on.
any platform you want to spew out shit out on is owned by somebody, and if they don't like what you have to say, it's within their rights to shut your ass down.
Well,
But
and
what I'm
what's
saying is free speech is between you and the government.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
What goes on YouTube?
yeah,
It's YouTube speech
yeah,
that you're allowed on YouTube.
yeah.
It's not free speech, it's YouTube speech. If
Yeah.
YouTube decides today that they don't want anyone to say the word baby, they can make that rule. And if you say baby, they can kick you off.
Yeah,
I mean, that's an absurd.
yeah. It's an
example,
absurd
but-
thing,
Yeah,
but yeah.
it makes the point.
Yeah,
But-
it's
but
not
yeah,
like
like,
anyone else
there's
is
no
shipping
free-
in to build their servers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
and the hilarious thing is Alex Jones on his own website. His terms of service says exactly not to do exactly what he did to YouTube, which has the
Mhm.
same, at least generally, the same terms of service.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
pretty sure
which
you just
is-
copied and pasted.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
And you didn't read it.
Yeah, apparently not.
No, I'm not 100% sure you can read.
Yeah,
From-
right.
You gotta love the hypocrisy.
Oh, it's just dealing with these idiots like
It's
Street.
Alex Jones, for fuck's
Well-
sakes. I mean,
You guys know Street Preacher Joe?
yeah.
Who doesn't know Street Preacher Joe?
I don't know. Him and his friend apparently have a channel called Marines for Jesus, and which then made me comment on there going, under the UCMJ, using that name for your YouTube channel is against the law. So
Oh, really?
yeah, you cannot use a military branch to promote anything. So I put that up there, and then he told me which law was more important, God's law or man's law. And I was like, did you read my name of my fucking YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I was like, man's law. We can prove man exists. You're morally contradictory God. I don't give a shit. But
it's
then
the one thing that
Not
pisses me off.
only that, but the simple fact is this is man's law that has federal punishment, which means there's no time off for good behavior. You spend every bit of that time in prison.
No. Federal law is not shit compared to military law, because federal law, what they'll do is you get one punishment. In military law, if you break that, you can suffer federal law, and on top of that, you'll suffer military law. Like, say you kill someone and it's unlawful. The military can punish you with 20 years in prison, and then when you get out of it, then you suffer another trial, and then you can go to federal prison for it too. It's not double jeopardy because of your contract. But on top of that, I went into his video to see another video, whatever. He has a video out saying blocking Alex Jones is against the law, and I need to watch it. I just was too fucking lazy last night.
Blocking Alex Jones is against the law.
Yeah.
So is this God's law or man's law?
Exactly.
God damn it! I should have wrote that on there. Because like I asked him like for 10 seconds, did you think this was gonna fucking work on me? Really? I just want them like most of the time just to go, huh? Will this work on atheists? Fuck no! Don't say.
Well, you know, it's every time they what's higher, God's law or man's law? I said, well, first of all, your God's law isn't really even a thing, because until you can prove that your God exists, we don't give a fuck what he says.
Exactly.
And so we'll take man's law over God's law every time.
Yeah.
I can prove man
But
exists.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll even grant them. Let's just say your God does exist. Which one of those laws are his laws, and which ones are the ones that man interrupted and put in there?
Or stole from somewhere else, because a lot of the 10 Commandments are on the wall of Luxor.
Yeah, and unfortunately they're in our court system now, so yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you know.
well, the good ones are. The ones that should be there are. Because it's not a crime to commit adultery. It's just stupid.
Wait. Is it the don't cook
did you
a
guys
goat
see-
in its mother's milk?
Did you go see G's? Did you see G's video this today?
Nope.
You have
what
no
was it?
autonomy.
Yeah, I
Did you
have
get
no
no
bodily
ratio?
autonomy.
Jesus,
Josiah,
that fucking
If you
guy.
say if you tell her to do it, she does it.
That's what she's got to do. That's the rules.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that is the rule.
You're
Straight
allowed
up.
to rape her.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, apparently.
all those fucking Abrahamic religions are just so anti-woman. Like, it was
Of
so
course.
bad that they invented algebra
Well-
because of it.
Cyrus did a video, and his question was out of both. What was it, honey? Out of Jesus or God and the Christian God and Allah or whatever, the Islam God, which one would you prefer to
Be true.
be true? If they were true, which one would you prefer? And I said,
They're the same fucking
no,
guy.
I said, well, I said,
Yeah.
but under which religious context would you want? And
Between which pages?
Yeah, basically which pages. And I'm going, I would rather die than follow either one of them.
Yeah, to be fair, it'd be a lot easier to be a male under either of those.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I'm like, and I will take whatever person I can with me.
Yeah.
If I had to,
According to the Quran, how much of a person are you worth, Nadine?
I have no idea. I know I'm only worth half a man.
Half a man and 3/4 of a male slave.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I started reading that one too, and that was boring.
Yeah. All I know is I get random friend requests on Facebook, don't we all? And a lot of them are Islam guys.
Don't even fucking start.
Is Islam preacher guys, and I keep telling them I'm an atheist, and they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "I don't believe there's God," and they like, and I said, "All religion is bad," and they were, "Well, did you study my religion?"
Look at the
and
tree.
I said, "Yeah,
Yours
that's
is
the
like
worst
one of the worst ones for fuck's
yeah,
sake.
that's exactly what I say to them, and then they get all up in arms. How is it so bad? And then I had a guy ask me.
I was just going to say that I said this before, and I'm going to requote Hitchens again when I said it like I did before. The reason why Islam is so bad is because all religions claim to be the word of God. However, Islam claims something even more. They claim that they are the final word of God, and there could be no other. And that alone entices violence.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's all kinds of horrible. But like I said, these guys just, they're like, "Oh no, you." And then I had one guy actually call me through Facebook, and he's like, "You like sex?" And called me, and I was like, "Nope." And then he called me again, I think 4 times that day. And he's like, "Why don't you like it? Why don't you like it?" And I kept quoting. I went to the one site, and there's a site, of course, and they show all the women verses that says that women aren't worth shit. And I just pasted that in there. And there was one that women's are allowed to be slaves. So I just kept posting that. And I must have done it 500 times. I post, I do like a big block as much as Facebook would allow me to. And I copied the whole thing. And then I just plunk it in there once in a while. And it was huge blocks. And I'm like, read it, fucker. Read it. I'm like, read it, fucker, read it, fucker, read it, fucker, read it, fucker, read it, fucker. And I'm just like,
one more time.
Read it, fucker.
There we go.
And I do the whole page, and I just paste it in there. This is why, asshole. It's like, I gotta do research. No, read it, fucker. Read your fucking book, fucker. And I just on and on and on. I just get pissed right off.
Islam doesn't mean peace. You know that, right? I'm pretty sure it means subservience.
Yeah, I know. Something like that, yeah.
It's like, holy fuck, how did they get that to peace? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
that's how you get others. You see, the thing is, you see that with Islam, what happens is whenever they go to say Islam is peace, is mainly because they want more people to convert, because in their own book it tells you that all the other nations around you need to be under Islam. Those who do not convert will be killed. So they are trying to prevent the killing of others by trying to convert you, which is why they try to bring up themselves as a religion of peace. Because why else would we try to convert you? So that way you wouldn't have to die.
Essentially,
the main reason why they call themselves the religion of peace is because
lots of birds here. Foul. Go ahead, Don. Sorry.
They're a religion of peace, and once they have the world all Muslim, it'll be a peaceful world.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, because that's proved by their society.
They've got fucking fighting within themselves. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
how the hell is that ever gonna fucking happen?
Exactly.
Have you guys ever seen like pictures of like women in Iran during like the 60s and 70s?
Yeah, they're all like
Yeah.
liberated and stuff like that, and then
No fucking. They don't even have covers on.
No.
well, they look like regular people at the beach.
What happened?
What happened? Some
I can
fucking
tell you exactly
douchebags
what
got in
happened.
power.
Yeah.
And how did they get in power?
It's not even that. It's not even that.
No,
So,
they enacted religious laws, but the reason they got in power is that some country who really likes oil likes to kill random leaders and then put their guy in power.
Oh.
Yeah, and it
But not
might
only
have
that.
an orange president.
Go ahead, Russ.
But not only that, but you have the simple fact that you have people who start to interpret scripture, and once they interpret scripture this specific way, it becomes law. That's why at one point in time, the Arabic countries were the leading powers in science. That's why you have all these different stars and constellations that have Arabic names. That's why a lot of our numerals are Arabic in their origins, because at one point in time they were the leading science people.
Mm-hmm.
And then one man, who I forget his name, came up and interpreted the scriptures of the Quran to say that the manipulation of numbers was against Allah, and all scientific revelations ceased.
Mm-hmm.
And once that happened, they effectively went back to the Stone Age as far as technology goes. And so then you have somebody who gets thrust into power and says that women who, because the Quran says that you need to be decent and modest, and women who have their head uncovered are being unmodest. And you have all these followers of Islam who do not want to be unmodest, and so they will start covering their heads.
I think it's all retarded.
Yeah, it is. But I'm pretty sure that's frustrated second Christopher Hitchens quote.
Actually, that one,
Christopher Hitchens is easy to quote because he's got a lot of really good ones.
Yeah.
And actually, that one came from Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, it did.
I know Christopher gave that talk pretty
I just watched that one earlier.
Say that again, Josiah?
I said I just actually watched that one with Neil deGrasse Tyson maybe 2 hours ago.
Oh, okay. The one that Russ is talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he had this I don't know if it was a lecture or whatever, but he was in front of people and he was saying how he was talking and he goes, "Did you ever wonder why?" And as Reese pointed out in the chat, how 80% of the stars and constellations have Arabic names. Why even our numbers are of Arabic origins and all this stuff, and then he gives the answer.
Apparently, Reese wants to kick you, Russ.
Kick the goose.
Kick the goose.
He was wanting me to be on Steve McRae's channel last night. He was chanting for the goose to go in.
Oh, that's true.
So it's one of those kind of days.
Hey, I guess so, but we'll save you from having to get kicked by Reese right now, Russ, because I got to shut this thing down because I got to take off. So.
Okay.
Well, that's fine because I've got to do. Oh shit! I was supposed to call work. I got to go myself.
All
Okay,
right,
bye.
I'll update your resume, Russ.
Later.
All right. Peace out, Don.
Peace.
Thanks for jumping in, man. It's
No
good
problem.
to see you. And yeah, thanks Russ and everybody for jumping in.
No problem. I know everyone loves me the most.
No,
Yeah,
me the
no.
most, because I'm the most adorable and cutest.
This is my
I'm
fucking
sure the
channel.
chat, and I'm
Hold
still
on.
adorable and cuter than you are.
That's a pretty low bar you're setting for yourself.
All right, guys, we're gonna bail on this. So thanks everyone for joining in. I'm just sad that Nick couldn't stick around because he's having technical issues. But once he gets that settled up, we'll have him jump in on one of these things, and we can discuss more mythicism because I'm quite fascinated with that. So
All right.
until next time, guys, thanks everyone for watching the after party. And like I always say, remember it's called faith because it's not knowledge. So we'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.